So, welcome. Oh, hey, Rhonda, I'm glad to see you here. I was hoping that you were here. I'm just gonna take this off. Got my Mandala shirt on today. Kind of a lazy day for me, just drawing away for a client tomorrow. This is a deck. This is a deck of cards that a client last week gave me. It's a lady in a town nearby. She took pictures of all the cats. I know a lot of us are cat lovers, and in her neighborhood, and she made an oracle deck out of it. It's so crazy that she did that. And she made the back, she just made it up herself, so it's her own. And it's based on the cat's personality. Like this one says, always with you on the day of her passing. So it's kind of cool. I don't know. I thought we'd pull one. We did a card last week, and a friend of mine saw the YouTube class, and she said, oh, I was so inspired by the card you pulled. So let's do it again. It was fun. The card I pulled last week is from my own Zentangle deck. But this is the cat deck. Alright. Here we go. Aw. It's all about love. Cutie. Give love unconditionally. Be yourself, without any ulterior motives or agendas. Relax until you need to run wild. Look into others' eyes with pure love. Have fun and be a wackadoodle when the feeling strikes. This cat is Tiger Lily, living in Port Coquitlam, BC, born May 16th, 2008. So anyway, it's kind of a fun little deck of cats that I have now to my position. And let's get drawing. Rhonda loves cats. Yeah, I do too. I definitely do. Okay, so today, well, I've been having some difficulty, some challenges with my eyes. I have these glasses, which I showed you last time, and just trying to rest my eyes a little bit because I use them so much being a tattoo artist, and I'm always drawing, and tattooing takes a lot of focus. So my eyes have kind of been itchy and sore, and just trying to massage them every day and trying to like use eye drops and just be good to my eyes. So today we're going to draw an eye, and I'm going to put these on so I can remember. I always forget to wear them, but I know you guys will remind me. And yes, they're dirty. Okay, so the eye is going to be kind of in the middle of the page. So thinking about a shape that comes up like this and then over, and use pencil. So it's like this curve. It's got this up and over and then up a little bit at the end. Like a little hump and then up at the end. And the bottom kind of comes down like this, around, and in to almost touch the first part. So really thinking about the shape. It doesn't have to be realistic eye. This is artistic eye. I'm gonna zoom in the camera down a little bit. There we go. They're also nice in the chat. Thank you, everybody. So we've got our eye shape. Now on the eye, thinking about an eyeball in the middle. So it's a round little eyeball in the middle. So we draw. It's really important when you draw eyes to do these little like circle marks on the side. And then the pupil in the middle is not like right in the eye, but it kind of comes off. Almost to the bottom. I'm just trying to get a perfectest circle as we can, but not a complete circle, so it kind of goes off at the top. Oh, I'm shaky with a pencil today, but that's all right because we will. There, not bad. We will be using pen. And at the bottom, let's just kind of make a double line like this. And on the side, this is where it's going to be all the eyelashes coming out like so. So just, and then here, just little eyelashes. Just use your pencil, go like a whipping out. But we'll be doing this with a pen later. I'll teach you how to whip out. And then thinking about how the eyelash goes. Start at the line and then whip with the pen, see, I'm kind of like whipping on a, what's the word? Like an arc line, not a straight line. Thinking about eyelashes. It's so fun to whip. I do this with my tattoo machine. So like start low and then whip up. Something like that. In the middle of that, it's going to be sort of a dark black center. And then around it, I thought we could do like a fun mandala sort of thing, like maybe petals for spring. Bringing some Zentangle like abstractness into this eye. Putting good energy into it. I'm doing my petals like pointy in the inner part and then pointy at the outer part and coming out. And look at that, there's room for one more at the end. So it's kind of like a flower eye, spring eye. And then under here will be all a little bit shaded, because think about the eyelid coming over top of the eyeball. So just have fun. Don't worry about it if it doesn't look perfect. Just enjoy the process. I'm actually enjoying working in pencil. Oh, on the bottom, I'm going to do some little eyelashes down there too. It's a hairy eye. Now the top of the eye, to give this eye some, I don't know, good vibes, I'm going to draw a wing. Just thinking of taking care of our eyes. So coming up like this, and down and in. So it's kind of like a butterfly's wing. Something like so. I wish I had more room on my page. Maybe I'll go off the page a little bit, because I want it to be bigger. So a little bump on the right side. So it's okay if it goes off the page like mine does. Sort of a wing shape. And then from there, a circle that comes in. This is so different than what I was going to draw today. I'm making it maybe a little bit of a harder day, but see, my eyes are already itchy as I tattoo this. Rhonda says, me wow. Me wow, that's a new one. When I pulled the card, me wow. Maybe a double line, and then from here we're going to do sort of bumps coming in and ending at the same spot, just like the bump here. So these ones don't have to end at the same spot. Maybe the first one does. Just little bumps, just thinking about a wing. I don't know, you can do whatever you want. There's different ways to do wings. I'm just kind of doing the easy way. You know, you can do veins in it, like all kinds of things. You know, when you do this kind of thing, bring it up. Maybe I'll do some of those too. I don't know. Do whatever you like. I'm just having fun Zentangling it. And I have to finish this wing at the bottom. At the bottom, let's do another wing. Coming down here. This wing I'm going to do a little bit different in that I think I'm going to do like bumps like this just for fun. it's gonna look. Just random bumps. Kind of wing-like, getting smaller as it goes to the right side of the eye. And then I'm going to join them with a line that, like bump line the opposite way, like this. And then from there at the bottom, a little drip at the bottom of that bump that you did for those ones. That one? Does that kind of look like a bat wing, maybe? I don't know. We're just drawing random wings around the eye. Cool. Let's get out the pen. No more pencil. Where to start? I'm going to start with where we started coming out. I've also been thinking about insecurities and just like having the confidence to, I'm going to do these little whip shadings with my pen. So the confidence to put myself out there, you know, is hasn't necessarily been easy, you know what I mean? As you go into the right side of the eye at the top, make them a bit darker and a bit like more of them. I've always called myself an introvert. And putting myself out there in these classes, you know, it's really helping me come out of my shell. And putting myself on YouTube, and it's kind of scary, but it's almost just like you do it and then you don't think about it. Because it's when you think about it is when the insecurities come in. So you just do it. And then I have all of these people messaging me, telling me how much they love my classes and how much it helps them. And so it's worth it, you know, it's worth it to sometimes just put yourself out there. Share your gifts and talents with the world. You know, my gifts and talents aren't necessarily memorizing facts and knowing history and knowing quotes, and I try to learn, and it is good to work the brain out a little bit. Try to memorize things. Try to keep it active and learn things. That's why I'm learning Spanish. But everybody has their strengths, you know. So finding out what yours is and then trying to step out of your comfort zone. Oh, that's fun. Sorry if it's off the page. I'm turning my page all kind of different ways. It's looking cool. Yeah, it is, right? I like all the eyelashes. I'm gonna make them a little bit thicker on this side. So I don't really know. Thanks, Mende, for your support. Lots of fun eyelashes, and then the inner part. Let's put on some music. Thanks, Balam, for helping me out with this music today. Okay, so these eyelashes are going to come from the bottom line, at the bottom, not the inner line, the outer line. And just a little bit, you don't need too many there. And then let's start with the pen on the wing. Doesn't have to be just like mine, just use your creativity. Just thinking about our eyesight and how important it is. Now the drips that I was talking about, I'm going to do them in solid black here. At the bottom wing, kind of like that. Do one more little one there. And what am I doing? Just going with the flow. Not judging yours. I'm gonna put a double line here because I have space. And the eyeball, let's give it a nice outline. Doesn't have to be perfectly round. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna leave a little like glimmer hole in the black part of the eye on the right side. Just getting the lines in, and then we can erase it and do the details. So don't worry so much right now about the detail. Okay, now it's time for erasing. And then we can switch to a smaller pen if you want to and work on some details. The first little bit is just getting it on there. I do the same with tattoos. I just get the lines on there and erase all the stencil. And then go back in with all the little details. Where it goes off the page, I'm going to bring another one up like that. Okay, so details, I'm going to use dots. I'm going to connect that side of it. So dots around the flower from dark to light on the inside, or just dark around the petals, however you want to shade it in. Great idea to draw today. Peter Brooks says, thank you. Hello, Dali. It's been a while. Oh, thanks. Glad you're loving it. Are you drawing with us, Dali, or just watching? I love that it's such a good community and everybody says hello to each other. I'm darkening up the outer line of my pupil here. Something interesting happened to me yesterday. My client who I tattooed, his first tattoo, he brought his handpan drum, and while I was setting up, doing the stenciling and getting the design all finished, he decided to take it out and play it. And it was so interesting to watch my reaction. I'm going to do some shading with the pencil here. I noticed I usually do the stencil pretty fast, and you know, I've got my stencil music that goes a little bit faster than the music I tattoo to. It's just like get her done sort of music. But while he was playing the handpan, it was just, I noticed how slow I was going. Then I literally almost started to cry, and I had to ask him to stop playing, even though I just didn't want to ask him to stop. But I felt like I couldn't get it done without him stopping. And yeah, it was just beautiful. I just love that instrument. So I thought maybe I would play a little bit of his music today as well. He just plays, he said I could, and so that's good. He just got back to me. After this song, oh, sorry, I just put it on for later and then it started playing. Well, switching gears to the handpan. Recorded 2 days ago in the forest. I can't say that word right now. Spontaneously. Do you remember that word that you remember I was talking about the vocabulary on my phone that I get every day? And there was a word there, and I wasn't saying it properly. Does anybody remember what that word was? Liquefy. Yes, Balam. I knew you would remember. You've got such a good memory. I was saying liquefy because it's spelled so weird with a E. And if it was spelled with an I, like I'm used to, I would have said it right, like liquefy. But with an E, it sounds like liquefy. And so Balam and I looked into, like, what's the right spelling, you know? And I mean, I've spelled it with an I my whole life. And now here it is with an E, and the internet was trying to tell us that it's supposed to be spelled with an E and not an I. And then it put us in a whole tangent, hole about all these different words that were supposed to be spelled one way, like color is color with a U or not a U, or it's just so interesting, you know, like what you remember words being spelled like and what they're actually supposed to be spelled like. Anyway, it's very strange. Language. A butterfly eyeball would make a beautiful tattoo. Oh yeah. Would you want to get an eye tattooed on you? A butterfly eyeball? Evelina? Depends on the country too, how it's spelled. Yeah, that's true. Like in Canada, you spell color with a U, but in the US you spell it with no U. Australia is with a U as well. What about liquefy? Is it with a, you spell it with an E or an I? Liquefy or Liquify? You spell it with an E? Really? So I've never seen that spelling. That's so interesting. Maybe it's like also by country. Oh, I'm shading the wings in with dots in case I didn't vocalize that and you haven't looked up at the screen. You can shade it however you want. You can shade it with patterns and tangly patterns. I might do that with the bottom one. I'll start with dots and then maybe I'll put some patterns in the end. Keep it consistent. All right, smaller pen. Let's put some patterns in. The 303. Maybe I'll put some circles around the edges. Just, I don't know how it's gonna look, but it's too late now. I'm doing it. Just gotta go with it sometimes. Yeah, it's okay. Balam says 40 years he hadn't seen liquefy spelled liquefy until last week. Yeah, same. This is not my original timeline. Apparently, liquefy with an E is more formal and used in scientific language or scientific English. So perhaps liquefy with an I, assets, and liquefy with an E, gas. Okay, that's interesting. Michelle did hers and filled it in too quickly. I just love watching the shading. Makes it really stand out. Well, you can just add more, you know? Just get a smaller pen. Oh, I started doing circles around the bottom too. I guess we're gonna do that. And think about, Michelle, what do you want to do around the edges as well? I'm just gonna keep going with the circles around the edges here. But I'm glad you're enjoying watching, Michelle. Thanks for that comment. Yeah, when I watched the YouTube video back, I felt kind of embarrassed that I was saying liquefy instead of liquefy. But I just hadn't seen it spelled that way. So I don't care. It's that eye looking at you, judging you, you know, like, don't let it. Just be yourself. Maybe I'll put some like sort of teardrop shapes in the ends of this one. And fill them in. It takes practice to do the dots, but I do love the look of it. But that's what we're here for. We're here to practice, right? That's it with the hand pen. Words are funny, Dolly says. Yes. She was into banking and not the sciences, so she spelled it. You're probably used to it with an I, right, Dolly? Alicia always gets confused with inquire and enquire. Ah, enquire. What is that word? I don't really know that one. Enquire. I would always say inquire, I think. Jean, preferred spelling for the verb meaning to turn a solid into gas into a liquid, where, well, that's probably with, while liquefy with an I is sometimes used as a variant, liquefy with an E is overwhelmingly preferred in dictionaries and professional writing. Both share the same meaning, but liquefy with an E is never wrong. Ah, so interesting. The handpan was lovely, yes. How about an esquire? Oh, enquire is to ask something. Inquire, and how about, Jean, can you give us, since you seem to have some time, can you, to chat, can you give us some, a definition of the difference between inquire and enquire? Because I know what inquire means, like to ask about, like I'm inquiring about da 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 da. But I want to draw too. Okay, my eye's done, but now I have to think about what to add around the outside. Maybe some spirals. I know Rhonda would say yes to that. So, and spirals are easy, quick way to kind of fill the space. I try to go all the way up. Yeah, thanks to Ryan Fletcher for that handpan music today. That was beautiful. Go right to the top. All right, Jean. Inquire and inquire both mean to ask, but their usage differs by region and formality. Inquire with an I is the standard spelling in American English. I have to take my glasses off to see that. For all types of questions and formal investigations. Standard spelling with an inquire. Makes sense. Enquire is frequently used in British English for general informal inquiries, while inquire is reserved for formal investigations. Thank you for enlightening us all. Lucas, great card. Card? Well, it's a picture. But I did draw some cards earlier, the cats. But thank you, Lucas. I could make it into a card. Thank you, thank you. The camera makes it, actually kind of looks more like that. Okay, this is for the YouTube screenshot. Okay, there, got it. The YouTube picture screenshot at the front. Even though I'm not finished yet. I mean, we still have about 10 minutes. What else do you want to put in your eye? Do you want to put background? Do you want to put more Zentangle designs? Maybe more circles. I think since I started with the circles, oh, now I need my glasses on again. I'm gonna just keep going with the circles. They're sort of fun. And go really small into the middle, or into the dots. Which side? Maybe this side. It's kind of fun starting off big and then going smaller and smaller and smaller until they turn into dots. Kind of like that. I guess I just don't feel like putting on music right now. Again. I guess maybe in a minute. When you get so into your drawing and you just don't want to stop. Cool. Another thing you can do is dot shade the circles, which will take forever. So I might just do a couple of them, like the bigger ones. just at the bottom. Give them some depth. Or put some like stars into it. I think I'm gonna do that. Star. And you can put whatever you want in it. Hearts. Those little hats that Avelina was using. Like, how does she do that? She like has a bump there. And then she did another bump, a smaller one, and then another bump, and then another bump. I did an Avelina hat. I love it. Thank you, Avelina, for that idea. So cute. Now I want to do more of them. I'll put another one here. Where else can I put one? How about right here? See, we inspire. If you send me your picture, then you inspire me, and I've inspired you, and then we all inspire each other. I'm having lots of fun with these little, I call them Avelina hats now. There. So cute. I wonder how your eye's looking. Looks great to me. It looks great. You're also going to add some. Yes. Alicia says she says the same word every time. Yeah, same. Just says the same word. Like liquefy. It doesn't matter how it's spelled. You still say liquefy. Inquire. Inquire. They sound so similar. It doesn't even really matter. You know. I decided to shade in the little bit of the petals too. In the eye. Giving love to our eyeballs that allow us to see all the beauty in this world. I'll darken up this line here. Yep, my eyes are tired. I've been drawing a lot today. I'm almost ready to stop. Oh, I was going to put on another one of those tracks. Last 4-minute track and then we'll finish the class. Oh wait, how long is this one? Yeah, it's about that. 3 minutes. So finish up all your little details. And if you want to send it to me early, you feel free. I'm gonna add a few more stars. floating circles. Why not? It's abstract. Two more minutes. What else can you do? Mende says it looks like a masquerade mask. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, it kind of does. I can't wait to see what everyone else's looks like if you feel like sending it. Aluminium. Aluminum. How do you say it? Aluminium or aluminum? Aluminium. Aluminium. There's so many different ways. Words are so interesting. Jean says basically inquire and enquires basically English or British. Yeah. I get that too. I understand that. Michelle, amazing. Thank you for sharing. Oh, you are so welcome, Michelle. So if you're done your picture, it's time to send me your art. This music is done in like 30 seconds, but I'll just keep it going. My email address is artwork by Katia7 @gmail.com. Please send me your art so everybody can see it and be inspired. Daniel, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. My website's called tattoosbykatia.com if you want to check out more. Oh, Pauline, is it morning there? First time here, coming and good way. First time here. Oh, it's your first time. Wow, I've been doing these for over a year now. I should count how many classes I've done. I think it's probably getting up to 100. But I'm so glad that you came, Michelle. Maybe you'll come back next week. Generally every same time, well, it's a different time I switch back and forth for different people in the world. Diana will send hers later. Okay, great. We're going to show yours next week then. Hopefully you can be here. This is Peter Brooks. You ready, everybody? Here we go. Wow. Stunning. Stunning. I am in love with this. I love the way you did the wing so that it looks like one solid wing around it, and the little hearts and the negative space and all the circles and the way they contrast with the stars, the patterns, and it's just so abstract and cool. Thank you so much, Peter Brook. It's amazing. The eyes have it, she says at the bottom, with Katia. Cool. Rhonda's chat stopped working. Oh no. Well, I can see yours. I'll read to you what people say, Rhonda. This is Rhonda's. It's so cool. It's simple and interesting. Yeah, I love it. And the hearts and the little vines that you did. Yeah, it just looks really, really cool. Michelle's given heart eyes. Delise says lovely. Pauline says beautiful, Rhonda. And hello. Somebody said hello to me. I'm going back through the chat. Christy, that's cool. It's got a Z in your name. You're welcome. Did you send yours too? Yes, it's beautifully simple. Yeah, I really like yours, Rhonda. Yeah, it's nice. Okay. And who else is going to send yours? I love that Peter, Brooke, and Rhonda always like to share their art. What about Avelina? You're going to share yours? Great artists here, including you, Avelina. Balam went on a tangent. I'm not surprised. Turn it upside down. Okay. Here's Balam's. Wow. Look at that. That is brilliant. Look at that. You are so creative. Unbelievable. That is super creative, Balam. Always, wow. Yeah, you're just so interesting, creative. I love this little guy. Like a body here and a big head. It looks like he's got teeth and everything. Yeah, little like snaky on the top and the people around the eye. Definitely got some Zentangle designs in there too. You're getting better and better at these, you know. Flip it over again. Oh. Okay. I mean, was it supposed to flip it over twice? Yeah. Or maybe like if we look at the eyes from this way, then it can be like this can be a mouth and this can be a hand or something. That's what I'm seeing. If you just look at it a different way, and this is a little hat. Yeah, it looks really cool, Balam. Anyone else wanting to send theirs? Otherwise, I will log off. Oh, Amanda Wilson. Wow, it's beautiful. Oh, you did yours pretty big, so I'm not surprised you didn't have too much time to finish it, but it looks gorgeous. Well, I think it's big. To me, it looks big because it's like this big side of the page. But wow, look at the big wing at the top. It's brilliant. Yeah, oh, I forgot to do the striations in my wings. I was going to do it and then I forgot. But you did. Yeah, it's beautiful. A big, pretty big, yeah, she says. Yeah, yay. Thanks for sharing so much, Amanda. I don't know if you've shared before, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us for drawing today. And I guess that's it. Everyone's is inspiring, yes. You haven't. Well, thank you for doing that for the first time. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody. And maybe I'll see you next week. Next week will be definitely very abstract. So I was going to do something different this week, but in the last minute I was like, you know what? I feel like an eyeball. Feel like an eye. All right, giving love to our eyes. Bye, everybody.